We often hear the anti-gun crowd talk about more gun restrictions, but if you'll notice, they never really put a lot of thought into what's actually causing the violence in our society. In other words, there's no such thing as gun violence. What we're really seeing is human violence. But what we get is a whole lot of people screaming for gun restrictions because they've been misled to believe that if the killer didn't have a gun, he wouldn't kill. Gun restrictions only apply to those who want to follow the law. These are not the people we need to be concerned with. Gun laws do not take the guns out of the hands of killers. So let's dispel that irrational notion right now. Here's the truth. 90% of criminals surveyed in prison admitted to avoiding background checks when acquiring firearms. The 1994 assault weapons ban sunsetted after 10 years because it did nothing to stop violence.
We will finally ban these assault weapons from our street.
Mr. and Mrs. America, turn them all in.
Yet the gun grabbers want to try it again because somehow this time it'll be different. If you believe that someone who's willing to kill in cold blood will not violate a magazine capacity restriction or will actually go through the lengthy background check process to purchase a gun, you've sadly been misled. The narrative is designed to redirect the focus onto guns because logical thinking people understand that violence can only come from people. I see many otherwise intelligent people being misled down this road of irrational gun fear. You've heard them calling for assault weapons bans and more background checks, but if you'll notice, they never ask the question, what should we do about human violence? Why don't they ask that question? And where did this term gun violence come from?
Gun violence.
Gun violence.
Gun violence.
You use the right term. Gun violence.
Gun violence.
Human violence is caused by many different things. We could talk about gang violence, open borders, sanctuary cities, terrorism, rampant pharmaceutical drug use, gun-free zones, violent political intolerance, and the devaluing of human life through things like the normalization of abortion. But the gun grabbers would much rather have you focused on guns because they don't want you to question the fact that the policies they create cause much of the violence in our society. They want to restrict law-abiding citizens of their right to defend themselves. They're not interested in looking at the real problems, and they certainly don't want you looking at them. They're more interested in convincing as many people as possible that the problem is guns. So to the anti-gunners, no, we will not give up our rights or our guns, no matter what scary names you attach to them. We don't care that the media's made you emotionally reactive to their fear campaign. That's your problem. We do hope, however, that you'd be able to start critically thinking this topic through and urge your political leaders to get focused on the real causes of human violence rather than putting everyone in danger by trying to disarm your own fellow citizens.